it's Alexa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start my back to school series. As part of my back to school series, I thought I would give you guys my top 5 tips on staying organized in school. My freshman year of high school, I was the most disorganized person ever. I would just throw my papers in my backpack, call it good. Sophomore year, it all changed and I became the most organized person. Now that I'm going to be a sophomore in college, I am still very organized and I've had a lot of experience with what works and what doesn't work, so I thought I would share it with all of you. So, let's get started. My first and most important tip for you guys is to use a planner. I know they can be annoying, but use them. They are worth it. I hate any planner that the school gives you because they're usually ugly. What I like to do is go to Target and pick out a nice planner. I usually tend to get a bigger planner rather than a small one because I like to have room to write out all my work. And they also have very good apps you can use. The app I like to use is called myHomework. This is just what myHomework looks like. And then you can see there's calendar, homework, account, teachers, announcements, late, and upcoming. So it will remind you of the work you have and everything as long as you put it in there. So if you're going to use an app, I definitely recommend myHomework. It's the one I've been using for a few years now. I kind of started slacking on the app because you're not supposed to have your phone out in class, so it was hard to write down my stuff. So I went to Target and I got a planner. This is just what my planner looks like. It's just pink and I have a monogram up here. I really like this planner because you have a lot of room to write down your work, and it also has a notes section, so if there's a certain note you need to write down, you can just write it down. As you can see, I also like to highlight. I highlight based on class. Pink was psychology, blue was one of my nursing classes, and yellow was my English class. And this is my planner for this year. This planner is also from Target. It just has the same setup with the months, and you can flip to a month. This calendar is actually bigger, which I really like. And there's also a lot more room to write your homework down, and there's also lines, which I really like. Tip number 2 is use a 3-ring binder with dividers. This is just an Avery 1-inch durable binder. And then these are the Staples better dividers, and I really like these dividers because the tabs are movable. Binders with dividers are really useful. If you're one of those people who puts papers just in the front pocket, don't. If you get handed a paper or another handout, put it right into the designated section of the dividers. It'll be a lot easier for you to stay organized. Tip number 3 is have a separate binder and notebook for each class. So for me, this is my anatomy and physiology binder. As you can see, I got a matching notebook. Having a separate binder and notebook for each class makes it a lot easier to find things, and you're not shuffling through a binder that has history papers and math papers and science papers looking for like your Spanish paper. In a notebook, it's a lot easier if you have a separate notebook because all your notes for that one class are all in the same place. So definitely have a separate binder and notebook for each class. Tip number 4 is to have a separate folder for each class for just homework. You have a separate folder like this. This one is just a pink plastic folder from Staples. So instead of having to take the big binder home, you can just take, if you get a homework assignment or other assignment, just make sure you stick it in here. Also, if you forget to write an assignment down in your planner, if you had stuck it in your homework folder, then all you have to do is open the homework folder and know that that's your assignment. So definitely have a separate folder for your homework. My 5th and final tip for staying organized in school is have a flash drive or an external hard drive. Whenever I complete an assignment, the first thing I do is put it on either my flash drive or my external hard drive. Having an external hard drive saves you a lot. All you have to do is put your work on this when you're done your work, and then you have it. As long as you bring this with you to and from school and put your work on it when you're done your work, you will always have your work as a backup copy. It's the same thing with a flash drive. This is just an 8GB flash drive from Staples. So I definitely recommend using a flash drive or an external hard drive. So those are my top 5 tips for staying organized in school. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see my school supplies haul, make sure to head over to my second channel, which is just DIY Creativity Take 2. The link is always in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.